Howdy, sixth grade. Welcome to the proverbial jungle. Time for a little more mathematics. Just me trying to make your life just a little bit better. If you'd grab your notes, this is going to be one of those things where you're saying, yeah, we already did all that, or we know how to do that, or blah, 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 blah. You know, cry me a sort of a river sort of thing there. But we have to do it just so I can say, well, we did this. It is under fractions again. And you say, well, hey, this is 18,000 times we've done fractions. And well, that's just the way it goes. Under fractions, ladies and gentlemen. Poof, poof. And simply put, we are, this will be pretty simple for you, adding mixed numbers. Doesn't get any more easier or fun than that. It really is just a combination of everything you've done. Nothing earth-shatteringly new. Let me just give you an example problem. You already have all of the rules for this written down, but let's do a couple examples. If you have 2 and 1/2, and to that you are adding 1 and 1/6, you know, we've already done this, but simply put, if I asked you what's the first step, I know right now most of you are saying, and if you're not saying this, you really should be. You have to write them up and down. So we do rewrite it up and down. Please put, I guess with adding, it doesn't matter which one you put on top, but I like to just follow what the book has, because when it comes to subtracting and you don't follow that rule, then you run into trouble. So here we go. We have 2 1/2 plus 1 and 1/6. Step number 1, write up and down. Step number 2, you need to write with common denominators. Again, nothing new. What's the smallest thing that both 2 and 6 will go into? That is 6. Again, please make sure I see all of this work here. Making equal fractions. 6 times what is 6? 6 times 1. So I multiply 1 times 1. And yes, James, I do need to see your little arrows there. 2 times 3 is 6. So 1 times 3 is 3. Once you have common denominators, you can add the fraction part together. 3/6 and 1/6 is 4/6. Remember, keep the bottom the same, add the tops, and don't forget to add your whole numbers together. 3 and 4/6 is a fantastic answer. It is not right, because as most of you say, the last step on any fraction work is to simplify, which means I need to reduce 4/6. They can both be divided by 2, so I end up with 2/3, and 3 2/3 is that my final answer? Yes, yes it is. Now, lest you think that is as hard as it gets, that is not quite true. I'm going to do one more. It's not much more complicated, but you do have to watch out for it. Be careful with it. If you have 1 and 1/2, and I'll start with writing this up and down right off the bat. If you have 1 and 1/2 and you are adding 2 and 2/3 to it, for crying out loud, 2 and 2/3 to it, following the same rules, common denominators between 2 and 3 are 6. I multiply by 2, multiply by 2, I get 4/6 times 3. Times 3, I get 3/6. And then when I add my fractions together now, I get a big old whopping 7/6, a 3 and 7/6, which when we get to this simplifying part, what do we realize? We have an improper fraction here. So you need to change that to a mixed number. I will show you the division problem. I know most of you can do this in your head, that's fine. But you divide 6 into 7. It goes 1 whole time, which is your whole number. Your remainder is the top of the fraction. 7/6 is 1 and 1/6. That's not your answer, because we still have to add the 2 whole number parts together. 3 plus 1 is 4. And keep the fraction 4 and 1/6. Again, not incredibly difficult. I think you're probably capable of it, but I wanted to make sure everybody was on the same page. Thank you for listening. I'm sure we'll find some fun and exciting math work for you to do.